How am I gonna knock someone out if it's all limp?
It's not about strength or power. You gotta be fluid.
Huh?
You have to be like water.
Hey gang, it Mikami Kang here, and I want to talk about the flow state, because this is one of my favorite things. So what is the flow state, you might be asking? So in my opinion, or my thought, the flow state is the moment someone enters Zen and becomes one with any activity. Urban Dictionary describes the flow state as a mental state where a person is 100% immersed in the activity while also their performance increases. So good examples of that, like athletes, track runners, you know, like they get into the flow state. You can see these moments in someone's face. Like emotion just disappears from them and then they become one with the activity. When I was younger, I would play saxophone all the time, and whenever I would perform in front of an audience, it was like everyone would disappear and I'd just be zen with the song, because no matter how many times I would practice the track, I have this one way of going, and it just becomes a sort of a song and dance for me. Some good examples of that, you know, we have the athlete sports, making music, playing video games. Sometimes you can get into the zen state. Having some background noise puts you in the zen state. I think last video I was talking about stream of consciousness content. Having some sort of like stream of consciousness content in the background puts you into a zen state all the time. It's putting me into the zen state all the time, I'd say. There's this cool chart. I looked up flow state on Google, and I found this really cool chart here that shows off some of the emotions of the human mind. Flow is definitely one of them. But among flow, there's also control, relaxation, boredom, apathy, worry, anxiety, and arousal. And it looks like flow is very much a high skill level, and the challenge level is very high for it too. So you really have to to work for the flow state. It's completely parallel to apathy. Apathy, anybody can show apathy. It's low skill level, low challenge. Honestly, this chart's really interesting. It's got relaxation on there. Relaxation is also a very high skill level, but the challenge for it is very low, because you can literally just go on a hammock and chill and have a good time. Now, there's the opposite spectrum of relaxation. You got anxiety there. Very low skill level. Like anybody can get anxiety, but the challenge is very hard because I'm assuming it's very hard to get out of that. And there's like 4 others, you know, arousal, control, boredom, and worry. We're not here to be talking about that. We're talking about the flow state. In the flow state, great ways to get into the flow state. Like, how do you get into the flow state? This is coming from someone who's been in the flow state many times, and to this day, I still do. Like whenever I go skateboarding. My last skateboarding video, I might as well put it right here. Pretty cool video. I know I did a bit of a video game edit on it. It's pretty fucking dope. In that moment though, I was definitely in some sort of state. Like if you look at my face and my actions, that I do routines, I have habits that keep me in control the entire time. Sometimes I will like swipe at my nose, or maybe I'll like fix my position on the board a specific way. These are moments of practice that I do on my own time. I don't practice to get good. I practice to build habits to get me to that flow state, you know? Like when I play saxophone when I was younger, I would do scales before I play any performance piece, because you want to get yourself into that state. You do your regular routine at the start, you know, stretch your body, stretch your mind, eat a proper breakfast. You know, food is also a necessity in getting yourself into the flow state. You got to nourish your body and your mind. And then when you start, you just can't stop. You just cannot stop. Unless you're getting tired. Give yourself a moment to think. Your body has to recuperate on that knowledge or think about what you've done, because not only does your body get stronger in the moment, but like overnight, your body will think about things. Your body will teach you things that you won't even know. You'll come back to the activity, and unknowingly, you might even like conquer that struggle that you had before. Example, when I was playing saxophone, I would play this piece called Tableau de Provence, and there's a like a lot of challenging parts, but the beginning is so difficult and streamlining and challenged. So in order to get over that, I'd practice that one part for hours and hours and hours. And the thing is, I wouldn't get it that first time, but then I'd come back the next day and it's like God gamer mode. I'm like crazy good at it. And I don't even know how I did it, but overnight my brain was just like figuring out and solving the problem for me. So the flow state, flow state is one of the cool activities I think everyone should get into at least once. This is why I'm a strong proprietor of people playing an instrument, because it's so easy to get into the flow state of playing an instrument. You'll lose yourself in that second language. Playing an instrument is literally a second language. I'm gonna do another favorite things on instruments in another time, because instruments are music is such a beautiful thing that people have a misunderstanding of. People think music is it's for my enjoyment, and that's all that it is. There's no other activity with music, but music has so many different levels to it. You can have a full ass conversation with another individual with an instrument. It's crazy, and God, I could go on and on about music. Whatever. The flow state. That's what we're talking about today. You can get into the flow state. Your mom can get into the flow state. I can get into your mom with the flow state. Flow state is everywhere and anyone can do it. Now, how do I finish this off? God damn. I'll finish this off like this. If you're good at an activity and you know that you're good at this activity, try to get into the flow state and think about it. I mean, okay, maybe don't think about it, but just do your normal activity, and by the time you finish with the activity, think back like, what happened in that moment? Did I reach Zen? Did I reach the flow state? Did I reach a calm, a moment where I felt like I was moving like water? Shout out Spike Lee. Become one with the flow state. My name is Kami Kang, but you can call me Kang. If you like, follow, and subscribe, you're now in a gang. Thanks for watching. Bang, bang.
Damn, I'm poor.